Hi there, welcome. My name's Frank Deneen. I'm recording this so that we can play it to the players in Ireland. And this is a conversation that we're going to have about the World Pitch and Putt Tour. And I'm going to ask some questions and find out what it is we are doing and how we're going to work with it. Is that okay? It came as a fairly surprise to me and the players in Ireland when your website was announced and lodged over the last week, and obviously it was something that was aware of from FIPA and Victor Moscatel, but we as players in Ireland knew absolutely nothing whatsoever about it. It was never communicated to us at all. So it's a very good and pleasant and positive surprise that this is happening. It's been needed for a long time. Can you explain to me what your plan is?
Yes. To start, I will give you an introduction of who I am and what I pretend with the World Pitch and Putt Tour. And then you ask me what you want.
Okay.
I have been a pitch and putt referee since 2024. And currently, I'm the president of Catalonian Referee Committee.
Okay.
I have a dream. I need to take the pitch and putt to the side that corresponds to it. But now I know your dream, pitch and putt in Olympic Games. I prefer your dream. It's very difficult, but beginning step by step. We have designed a worldwide pitch and putt circuit where the most important are the pitch and putt players and the FIPA members who have been betting on this sport for many years. To be able to get this, the federation and member of the FIPA will send the player to the World Pitch and Putt. Any player of other sports, including golf, must have a pitch and putt license and make a preliminary of the federation or association that correspond to him. If COVID allows it, the first Open will be in October of this year. In 2022, the circuit will begin with 5 Opens. The federation that should host Insurance Open next year are Catalonia, Andorra, Holland, and of course, the creators of Pitch and Putt, Ireland. The Open number 5 will depend on the main sponsor. How to get this? With a sponsor and investor. It's easy. What visibility will we give to the World Pitch and Putt Tour to have a sponsor? Live broadcast on TV and streaming. To get the influence of the Open, there is only one now. Wait a moment. To get the influence of the Open, now there is only one way to pay expenses. World Pitch and Putt Tour have the included in this budget. Other area of promotion will be social network, radio, press, etc. And for the players, we have to prepare a total experience with village, food, VIP area, interviews, set, photo call, and more things. And to motivate the players, with metallic prizes. The cost for the players will be €50 only. On Saturday, 144 players will play, and Sunday, the best 36 players will receive an invitation. 2 players in HT must be played at a maximum hour and a half. I think it's all for the moment. Now you can ask me the dates you have.
Okay.
Okay?
It is brilliant that we hear that the organization is going in this way. I think it needs a professional approach, but it also needs to be promoted. If we want to promote the game, we need to have the top players obvious and included. But you mentioned about there's two main issues that I'd love to find out. Number one is you say that you want to get it on TV. How is that coming about, and how are you going to do that?
Wait a moment. Entenc, Xema, que el que m'ha dit és com ho farem per sortir a la tele?
Yes. Si vols, contesto,
Sí, li pots contestar tu mateix.
Okay, Frank, for the TV, we have focused three different sites. On the site, we
Sorry, Kim, I really
Sí,
can't hear
aceita
you.
ja. Has de tenir soroll de fons.
It's quite noisy in the background.
I start again.
Sorry, yeah.
We're working for the TV broadcasting in three different sites. The first one, we have arrived a commitment with the Catalonian TV to have the broadcasting of the pilot this year, 2021. The second axis is broadcasting internet, live internet, that we will be able to broadcast worldwide, and also we have arrived to a partnership agreement with a digital marketing company that will allow us to introduce advertisements and so many digital publishing depending on the country or the area that the viewer is receiving this broadcasting, and
Okay.
then it can be fixed for each country. And the third one is once we will have the pilot, we will present to the international channels that they are usually broadcasting golf tournaments. But for this, we need first the pilot, show it, and then start with the interest. We can say like Channel Plus and also other channels that we are sure that in the next months and years we will reach them to really have this viewing available not only in the internet, also in the payment channels worldwide.
Brilliant. Excellent. The more exposure, the better. The more exposure, the more people will want to play, the more kids will want to play, the more people that we can encounter. My next question is about sponsorship. Who is paying for all of this, and how big is there a budget there, and who are the main sponsors?
Diga, Chema, diga.
Yes, we are here. We are working as Alan has introduced at the beginning. We are working at the first level with companies, and we are trying to reach multinational companies that have commercial interest worldwide, because for them will be easier to participate and sponsorship a tournament that will become global, and also we are thinking in having local contact with key companies that probably are also interested in one or two or three countries, but both together. And at the same time, we are contacting with some I would say business angels that they believe and they like the pitch and putt, and they are able to invest a little bit for the starting of the project, basically in promotion, communication, and so.
Okay. How can the Irish players, how can we help? What do you want us to do?
It's easy. Show pitch and putt. Only this. It's easy because pitch and putt is more important. It's more famous, but I think pitch and putt can be not an Olympic game now, but
Yeah.
Same level with golf.
Yes.
Yes, are the same players usually.
I think there's huge potential for this sport worldwide. I think it's doesn't require lots of space for clubs. It's very inexpensive to play. It can be played by anybody from any age. There was a big deal made about Phil Mickelson winning the golf championship at 50 years of age. I'm older than him, and I still think I'm as competitive as anybody. And we in Ireland, the players will embrace this if it is run properly and effectively and efficiently. There will be absolutely no doubt about it. My next question is, how are you going to the subscription? How are you going to manage who gets to play?
Before we go to this, Frank, to add to your last question, how can you help from Ireland? I would say, of course, with communication to the players,
Yes.
with this promotion, but also if you can if you can think in companies that big enterprises, and we have said it's not a joke, like Guinness, that are global, and probably they are promoting some other tournaments, not the pitch and putt global worldwide tournament. Of course, that if you have locally contact with big companies, and we can get to them, we have, of course, the deck in English, and we can get to them and explain them, because, of course, what we want is to have strong sponsors in the strong countries from the players' point of view, because then the synergy is absolutely global.
Yes, absolutely. So coming back to my question, how are you limiting the fields? How do you make sure that you get the best players in the fields? Because I mean, let's be clear. In Ireland, you could have 50 players who would be keen and interested in being part of the tour. But are you able to cater for that? What's your plan?
Our plan, I understand, wait a moment, entenc que el que vol dir és com els 50 jugadors poden anar a jugar.
Bueno, com es fa la selecció dels participants? Sí.
Selection
70 jugadors podran accedir-hi.
Is the same of International Open, FIPA, FIPA Quote. Com seria quota
de
la FIPA? Quotes. Right? Okay. A veure, digue-li tu, que serà més fàcil. Segons les llicències de cada membre de la FIPA, tindrà un número de jugadors i cada federació serà la que ho escolleixi.
So 20 from Ireland.
Depending on the number of license of each country will have a quote of players, and then the country pitch and putt federation will organize if they select by ranking or by a special tournament just to be classified. And of course, the big amount of players will come from these quotes based on the number of players that has a license in their countries, and of course we will have also some free invitations to allow really to the key players to come to
sponsors and things like that as well. Yeah.
In the future, I suppose I have players with World Pitch and Putt Tour.
Great.
But 1-2 years.
Okay, you're going to have to manage the calendar quite specifically, because we need to know in a good bit of advance. I know it's very difficult, especially with COVID.
It's not very difficult now, it's impossible.
Yeah, of course.
First week of September, meet with FIPA and talk about the first Open to do a final of October.
Okay. It's just when you say October, the international pairs is on in San Sibra in October.
The next week.
The next week, right? I know that some of us have plans to go to San Sibra, so we need to know as soon as possible the dates for that and for the following year as well. You need to notify people in months in advance, because it's not as easy as just picking up and going.
Yes, I understand, but the problem is Catalan pitch and putt calendar is impossible to another day.
Yeah. Okay.
But the problem today now is COVID. If
Yes.
if some members of FIFA cannot go to play, I don't want to do it.
Yes. Of course. Okay. All I want to say to you is we wish you the best of luck. If there's anything that the Irish players will embrace this. I know they will because they've
Yes,
been crying out for something like this for a long time. The ideas of looking after the players is very important, but the game is more important as well. You know, we want to be in a position to promote the game as much as we can, because we want beginners, we want people looking up to play this game for everybody. You know.
yes, I know. The most strong of this sport is equality for all the people.
Yes.
No age, no sex, no nothing, nothing.
No barriers.
No barrier.
That's right.
Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to leave it there at that. There's a huge interest in what you're doing. People wanted to know more, and I thought that's why I would help in this way. Is that okay?
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.